How is it that one of the most iconic characters in Marvel's cinematic world doesn't have his own solo movie? Why did they wait so long? Okay, there was an animated TV series back in the 90s, but Norrin Radd definitely deserves more. What the future holds for Silver Surfer, stay with me until the end as I have some really interesting news to share with you. Now let's kick off with a short origin story.
I know you were there.
I'm not a god, I've never created life, but I have lived. That's enough. So I'll fight to preserve that same opportunity to love, to dream, to soar among the stars for all those yet to come. Many lives will be lost in the battle ahead, but their efforts will ensure that some remain to remember their deeds. And like the gods, they'll truly live forever, even after they're gone. Yes, I think this is the proper way to start talking about Silver Surfer, the guy who's an enduring cult favorite and has become one of the great icons of comics, even though he was first introduced into an issue of Fantastic Four as an afterthought. Initially, issue 48 of the Fantastic Four was supposed to show the world a superhero team in a pitched battle with a new enemy, Galactus the planet-eating colossal alien. Anyway, when Jack Kirby decided to present his pencil page to Zenn-La, who is a writer-editor, he had something else on his mind. He had dreamed up a new hero, a silver bald man on a silver surfboard flying through the sky, apparently acting as Galactus, herald, and possessed with cosmic power.
You said you weren't the one trying to destroy our world. Then who is?
The one I serve.
Who do you serve?
Simply inserted him into the story. Okay, but before we keep going with that, let's speak about who exactly Silver Surfer is. His real name is Norrin Radd, and his natural habitat is the Marvel Comics universe. Norrin is the son of Almar and Jartron and was born on the planet Zenn-La. This is the place where people who were advanced humanoids that had advanced technology were held. It's some sort of advanced utopia, but back to his family now. Jartron had to raise Norrin alone because Almar committed suicide due to being ill-suited to the stifling environment. Norrin was raised as a young intellectual, and he was encouraged to seek knowledge and advance. He would grow up into a relentless person who longed for struggle and challenges and studied for the ancient past. When Galactus invaded Zenn-La, his life changed forever. Norrin offered to become his herald in his attempt to consume the planet, so Galactus agreed. As a reward, he made him the Silver Surfer and a trusty servant that was sent to seek out new worlds for him to sate his hunger.
It is known by many names. My people called it Galactus, the devourer of worlds.
For more than 100 years, he served Galactus and he enjoyed exploring the universe, which is odd as his job was destroying planets. As a matter of fact, the destruction of the first inhabited planet almost made him insane, but suppressing his past memories and submerging his emotions, Galactus altered his mind.
Anything would be ours for the taking.
All that you know is at an end.
As a result, the Surfer became more willing to lead his master to new worlds, coming across Dravenbar, Massacron, Eleanor 143, and eventually Earth. How did he reach so far? Well, don't forget that he possesses the Power Cosmic, the power granted to him by Galactus, which is the core from which his other abilities manifest. The base of his life and power is hitting that like button, just like you should do if you haven't done so already. No, really, the base of his life and power is the absorption of electromagnetic energy. Reaching nearly any effect he desires, he has complete control of the four fundamental forces of the universe. As a result, he can discharge, manipulate, and absorb energy blasts of the entire electromagnetic spectrum. The Surfer possesses enormous superhuman, some sort of godlike strength. By rearranging molecules, he can rearrange matter to create other objects. Okay, so it's more clear now, right? I could go the whole day like this, as the backstory of the character is really rich. Now let's talk about the plans for the future.
Take joy in the last few hours you have left, for he is nearly here.
What if I tell you there was already a plan for a Silver Surfer solo movie? So going back a few years ago, in the time when the news of the Fantastic Four sequel movie was as hot as the sun, J. Michael Straczynski initially intended to serve as a spin-off to Fox's second Fantastic Four movie, but the second FF movie didn't do so well, so the circumstances have changed. In his latest interview for Collider, Straczynski said, "What happened was when FF2 didn't do as well as they hoped it would, it caused them to call into question a Silver Surfer movie. The script that I wrote picked up right where FF2 left off, so if they do a Silver Surfer film down the road, it'll have to be its own separate thing. It was definitely adult fare. I wanted to tell the origin of the Surfer and get into that whole thing. The titular antagonist in 2007's Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer was brought to life by the voice of Lawrence Fishburne and by Duncan Jones. Despite the character's vast importance in Marvel Comics, this was his last live-action appearance. Furthermore, the disappointing release of The Rise of the Silver Surfer prevented it from ever seeing the light of day. As mentioned before, Silver Surfer's solo movie, going through Straczynski's script, was supposed to be a story of how Norrin Radd became the Herald of Galactus in the first place.
It is not I who draws the destroyer here. It is the beacon,
What's the beacon?
the source of my power.
That would have been a much darker territory when the two preceding FF movies. All this going back and forth is totally understandable if we take in mind that FF2 pulled in only $300 million at the worldwide box office, against a budget of $130 million. For the superhero standards, this is a huge failure. There are no official statements or confirmations about a potential release date or a possible cast list as of yet, but those statements coming from Doug Jones made us think about who might take the role of the lead character. If they were gonna bring the Silver Surfer back to film, if it was offered to me, I would jump at the chance. I loved playing him, he was so heroic and angelic and Christ-like even, said the actor. Anyway, the new Silver Surfer movie doesn't necessarily need to be according to the whole Straczynski script. In fact, there was a fun suggestion that the plot will be a story of Norrin's journey on the planet Kleintar and Earth. And if you read the comic book, then you might know that Silver Surfer smashed that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. So really, in all seriousness now, he encountered the planet Kleintar during his service of Galactus. While entering the planet, he was attacked by the planet's inhabitants, symbiotes. He barely managed to break free and escape, so no matter if the plot will be about his backstory, his encounter in Kleintar, or some possible face-up with the FF team, I'm more than sure it'll be incredible. After all, he's one of the most beloved characters in the Marvel Universe. Tragic backstory, heroic endeavors, and almost 50 years of history. What could you possibly ask for more? Let's hope that the director Adam McKay will be back to make his project a reality.
My service spares my world and the one I love.
Silver Surfer was tricky. There was something about it because we did look into it. I think it's connected to the Fantastic Four, and because of that, it kind of lives under its own umbrella. But there was something that got in the way of it because we did look into it a couple of years ago. But I could be wrong. I could be misremembering, but there was some reason it didn't happen or someone else was already working on it. But no, I was definitely into it because that would be a very easy one, said McKay. Which only proves that he did indeed take steps to develop the film, and pieces just couldn't come together for it to take off. And what about you? What do you think will be the storyline of the movie? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.